Hey everyone, I have spent the last week piloting giant mechs across Milkama Island, and the closed beta for Mecharashi has already claimed more of my free time than I would like to admit. But I should say, if tactical mecha gameplay feels interchangeable to you, this one does bring out enough unique ideas to stand out. What's up nerds, and thanks for clicking on this video. I wanted to take a moment to thank the developers of Mecharashi for sponsoring this content. As an indie group, we're always on the lookout for new partners whose creative projects fall in line with what we already cover, and we feel this game is that to a T. So we wanted to make this video to highlight all the systems that stand out to us, as well as how to sign into the upcoming beta. So thanks again to the developers, and we'll see you in the comments. Mecharashi is a turn-based strategy game where every mech is a collection of valuable parts and where buildcraft is kind of the fun of it. Veterans of mecha strategy games will appreciate the depth here, while newcomers will likely find a clear path to experimentation throughout the campaign. Before we dive into the big features, here's some important bits of information that you should know. There's an open beta that begins on July 3rd and runs for 1 week. The full launch of the game is planned for July 31st, and I'll explain how to register and all that jazz at the end of this segment, so hold on tight.
My radar hasn't detected anything.
Accessing the beta will allow players to try out the game before launch. The developers are letting in those who register a chance to test out the game early. They've also confirmed cross-platform support between PC, iOS, and Android. This beta is free, but the developers have confirmed with us that data will be wiped following July 10th, so hopefully that alleviates any pressure to grind for the perfect build or hoard rare parts.
Click the link below and a download email will land in your inbox from July 3rd to play across the week. And when the full game arrives, an exclusive emblem will appear on your account that will show you were there from the start. So, here's how to sign up. Visit the official link in the description below, tap the big Enter Beta test button to download and install the game.
That's it. Also, the emblem will be waiting in your hangar when Mecharashi launches on July 31st. Now, let's get into the game. Every mech in Mecharashi is built from 4 tactical parts: torso, arms, legs, and its main weapon. Each part here carries its own health bar. A precise shot can rip a cannon off an enemy frame or shear a leg that keeps it rooted to the spot. During an early factory siege, I sent a light scout around the flank to slice through turret legs while my heavy unit soaked damage up at the front. That's when the turrets lost their rotation arc, the lane opened, and a mission that looked impossible when I first started flipped in a single turn. Maps reward clever spacing, line of sight matters, cover matters, and the order you take your shots matter even more.
I'm going all in! You ready for this?
The mission objectives often layer extra challenges on top of your victory. Clear a stage in under 8 minutes, end the fight with no limb losses, destroy only weapon parts. Well, these optional goals push you to experiment instead of repeating yesterday's safest pattern. If you need to mop up an easy skirmish, an auto battle toggle handles the basics. I should say that the boss encounters demand some actual player gameplay, but if you're strong enough, I'm sure you can take them down. Regardless of how you approach it, you decide which mecha limbs go first, when to spend focus for your guaranteed hit, and whether to play aggressively or hang around until the cooldowns reset. The visuals in the mechs and the environments are actually pretty impressive. There's more than 120 preset colors that let you repaint every panel with no extra cost, and this allows squads to stand out the moment that they hit the fields. But it's actually under that coat of paint that sits the real engineering, which is the neural drive. Each frame carries several neural drive partitions labeled alpha, beta, and gamma. Every partition has 3 chip slots that accept red, yellow, or blue chips of the matching color. Equipping a chip will boost the power of that partition. If you reach the required power threshold and the partition activates its perk, anything from higher accuracy to wider sensor cones are available. There are also rare chips that you can find, and chips that are available as conditional bonuses for events.
This island is a vast prison where everyone is trapped. Just like me. I'm going to change all that. You'll help me, won't you?
On the other hand, pilots have access to the bionic computer. It's here that you'll find a circuit board skill tree where units unlock in a set order along glowing paths, and each category does something different. Class units grant universal boosts tied to the pilot's role. Core units unlock active or passive skills, and each pilot can equip up to 3 of them on the status screen. Crystal units open new neural drive partitions as well, where expansion units raise the computational power cap so you can push even more chips into a build. Link units then act as connectors and quietly raise base stats like aim or evasion while you travel between major nodes. Materials from these unlocks are received from the elite campaign stages, so diving into higher tier missions feeds back into more complex builds. The whole system encourages tinkering, where you swap one chip, shift a partition, or equip a new core skill, and the mech handles differently the next sortie. While hardware explains what a mech can do, pilots explain why you actually care. Each operator levels on their own track, carries a star rating, and unlocks a signature talent. The operator Kite bumps critical hit chance when no ally stands nearby, which does encourage flanking with this unit. On the other hand, Harper gains evasion bonuses behind cover, turning narrow allies into safe firing lanes. Story skits pop up between sorties, and it's here that the GKD squad debates contracts, rival factories sabotage prototypes, and friendships form when a common enemy is found. The scenes take a minute or 2 at most, but I do say that they add flavor, build stakes, and then you get to go right back into the cockpit. The character illustrations also keep things pretty lively. There's traditional fight suits that sit side by side with jackets that look straight out of street fashion, so if you're looking for your waifu Arahant's bando here, well, you might just find them. I should add that some characters stand out than others, but I don't feel like it drifts into parody. Let's get back into gameplay though. The limb-by-limb health module turns every volley into a small puzzle of sorts. A siege tank might sport some dual missile pods and a reinforced torso plate, but instead of chewing through that massive torso bar, you can silence the pods by focusing on the left arm, then slow down its movement by tearing off the leg. The following turn seems the tank crawling around, failing to rotate, and then your sniper can just finish them off during the next turn. On that note, sniper class skills let you spend focus to narrow shot variance, guaranteeing a direct hit when you need it. Other classes can target limbs too, but their base accuracy makes it a calculated risk. You weigh that risk against ammo cooldowns and the stage's bonus objectives. There is still more left to explore in Mecharashi. Map routes that branch halfway, optional auto battles for casual grinding, and seasonal events. For now though, the open beta is the best way to test everything out without any risk.
Here's the timeline right now. Registration is live, and servers are open on July 3rd and close on July 10th. All data is wiped clean, but the exclusive emblem sticks to your account when Mecharashi launches on July 31st, 2025.
Hit the link below, sign up, and tell me in the comments which pilot and build you plan to test first. I'll be sure to return with our full review of the game after launch.